Hi everybody, I'm Angela.
And I'm Natalie.
And we are
Blondetourage,
here for a movie review. Not only a movie review, but a world premiere movie review.
Yes.
What's that movie? Renfield! Starring
Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult.
It was a night that I don't think either one of us will ever forget. There are several reasons why we won't forget it, but the first reason we're never going to forget it is because we got a picture with our hero, Mr. Nicolas Cage.
It was so awesome, and the timing was perfect. I was saving our seats because we got the front row, and
I went out to go check on something.
Yes.
And when I was out there, I saw the cars pull up, and I saw a couple of bodyguards get out, and I was like, Nick is in there. He's in there. And I waited, and all of a sudden he came out, and I snapped some of the greatest pictures. My favorite one is when he was first walking out of the car.
Yes.
And as this was happening, I'm just texting her and just showing her picture after picture after picture.
And I was so jealous getting these texts, seeing these pictures, and I'm like, I want to be a part of this, but I had to hold our seats because I knew someone was going to snag them. I decided, okay, I'm just going to leave my jacket out here, ran outside, and as I was running outside, I see Nic Cage on the red carpet, and he's walking in, and all of a sudden, Angela says to Nicolas Cage,
Nick, do you mind if we take a quick selfie with you? And he says, no, not at all. And he pulls us in, we give the camera to someone,
and then he said, welcome to the Nicolas Cage abyss.
And she goes, and what an abyss it is.
And it was.
It was. It was so awesome. I felt like that moment lasted for quite a bit of time.
It did.
It just was incredible. Another really exciting thing for us is that we became friends with a gentleman who was sitting next to us named Jason. And he showed us a tattoo on his leg.
And we'll show it right now. It's amazing.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Jason told us that he really wanted Nic Cage's signature so he could get that tattooed under his existing tattoo.
Yes.
So he had a sign prepared. I can't remember exactly what the sign said.
Oh, we have it.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what the sign said.
So when Nick first came out to introduce the film, the bodyguard came over and said, don't hold that sign up.
So Jason did not hold the sign up.
And we kept saying, you're going to get it. We're going to help you.
We have faith.
We have faith. We're going to
This
do
is
whatever
gonna
we
work
can.
out.
We're going to call attention to ourselves. So he was so nervous throughout the film. And his poor wife, Yolanda, she was so nervous too.
I know.
So then at the very end, when they came out for the Q&A, this happened.
Please welcome Nicolas Cage.
Tattoo for Renfield. Oh wow, look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta
The tattoo guy is giving an autograph. That's awesome.
It's a real tattoo. Yes.
Oh, by the way, this man got a tattoo of this version.
Yeah.
And it looks incredible. And I need to know the name of your artist because I might have to pay him a visit myself to get something. That's the attention to detail on that is superb.
We drove from Chicago. Chicago.
He wants to see it.
Should I stand up? Should I stand up here?
Yeah, go. Yeah! Woo!
We had a close-up on this, but this is. Look at this. Look at that artwork. That's the attention to detail on that.
Yeah!
His name is Matt Mueller.
Out of Oak Forest, Illinois!
Forest, Illinois.
Beautiful work, man.
Oh my God.
No, just say he got a tattoo to get up here. So let everyone else ask.
That was so awesome.
I loved it. It was just such an. I was more excited for Jason than our photo op with Nicolas Cage.
Because it became like a mission.
Yes.
And mission accomplished.
And we didn't find out till after the film that if he was going to get it or not. So,
well, let's get to the film.
okay.
This film was so incredibly entertaining.
We were so excited for this, but it way passed our expectations. I couldn't believe how gory it was, how action-packed it was, how funny it was. And Nicolas Cage, I mean, his characters are so different.
We're huge Nicolas Cage fans.
Yeah.
And although I haven't seen all of his movies, the ones that I have seen, he just transforms into his characters and gives dynamic performances on every single one. I mean, Vampire's Kiss, and he talked about this in the Q&A of how he developed that character and the voice, which I found fascinating.
I had done Vampire's Kiss.
Yes!
And Vampire's Kiss, for some reason, I started thinking about my father, he was a literature professor, and he was also a writer, and he always spoke with distinction. He was like, Nicholas, let me explain something to you. and Chris said, well, that's a good voice, because we didn't want to do the Transylvanian accent, so I landed on that mid-Atlantic accent that my dad had, and believe it or not, I thought about Anne Bancroft as Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate. She had that mid-Atlantic accent too, and there was something very Dracula seductive about her in that. So those are the two influences that I most looked at.
But we quote that
All the time. Yes.
And he's just, I say people either love him or hate him, but I feel like more people love him.
I would agree with that. He can do everything. We just saw Pig right before we came, and we've been putting it off for a little bit because, there's some triggers in there that we were a little nervous about. But we watched it, and he was brilliant. What a brilliant performance. This was the polar opposite of that character.
His facial expressions, his body movements. Nick is just one of the finest actors, and I guess that I always think because I look at his comedic roles and I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's so funny, he's so silly, but I don't think that I really give him true credit for what a phenomenal actor he is.
Exactly.
His acting chops are great.
I mean, leaving Las Vegas, that was he won the Oscar. The makeup was phenomenal. I loved it. His transformation was just crazy, and the amount of blood that they use is just crazy.
It was over the top.
Over the top.
The whole movie was over the top, but that's what I loved about it.
Yeah.
You didn't have a chance to catch your breath.
Yeah.
It was just going from one scene right into the next, and I didn't want it to end.
I know. It was very, very quick. Everything was quick. And I think that was why you didn't even have trouble. You didn't fall asleep at all during this movie.
I couldn't. There's no way. It was brilliant. The supporting cast was awesome too. Nicholas Hoult, he did such a great job, and the way that he and his character Renfield and Dracula interacted. We can't give too much away.
Yeah, we don't want. This is a non-spoiler review, but
we should just say that
their chemistry together.
Yeah, and this is about an employee and an employer relationship, and that's really all we can say about it, or that we want to say about it, because we want you guys. It's coming out soon.
Yeah.
So you have to go see this movie. What about the soundtrack?
There is one fight scene with a song which I can't place right now, but oh my gosh, the music and the fight scene together is the most exciting scene, and I think
so
you'll know
dynamic
when you see it.
Yes. But we're so grateful that we had the opportunity to see this film with Nicolas Cage present. As you know, Natalie and I love to experience different things, and we have done some pretty crazy things, but I'm going to put this right up there in the top 5 things that we did. Getting to see this movie,
100%.
Getting to meet Nicolas Cage, getting to wrap our arms around him.
Oh my gosh.
It was just brilliant. And
we totally recommend watching this. in a theater.
Yes, you
have
cannot
to see this
watch this
in
at home.
a theater. I mean, you can, but it's
Watch
so
it your second
much-
time at home.
Yes.
Go to the theater.
Yeah.
100%. Opening night. We are Blondetourage. Thank you so much for watching our review, and we'll see you again next time. Remember, please like
And subscribe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.